What's going on, good people? Y'all know what time it is, man. Look, it is Friday night, Facts on Friday with your peoples. I'm Jay Walker the third. That's Carolina Dirt. Don't mind my sweat. It's only 1,000 degrees around this motherfucker. How you?
Boy, crazy you said it's 1,000 degrees. I was listening to damn Juvenile 400 degrees, boy. It feel like that out here, boy.
Man, look, you got to take a shower and you still going to sweat for 30 more minutes after that.
Hey, Cam posted that. She said, why I feel like I took out the shower, go outside, I get right back in the shower. She had just posted that earlier today.
Man, look, it might be 2 shower minimum going on right now. We in that part of the year.
Man, they got this one thing talking about do we need deodorant? Yeah, we need to wear deodorant, but there's some funky people out here.
Yeah, I mean, shit. But it got to be some other deodorant, because, out of all the shit in the world that's trying to take us out, deodorant too. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? They talk about deodorant ain't good for us. Toothpaste ain't good for us. They just want us gone, cuz.
You hear they talking about the simply lemonade or simply orange? I mean, that ain't good for you.
I mean, it is extra sweet, but that motherfucker tastes good.
That motherfucker tastes good. that shit is Frosted Flakes. Great.
It's great with whatever. It's great naked. It's great with a little alcohol.
It's better with some alcohol. It's better with some alcohol.
Well, we welcome y'all to the show tonight, man. Look, this is a super dope episode, man. Like I said, the people we meet every day that you might bump into at a gas station or in the grocery store, not know how fantastically extraordinary they are, man. And he gonna act real regular, but Mr. Derrick Ri'chard is in the building, man. Our resident cowboy, black cowboy, working gentleman, horse trader. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing just fine, gentlemen. I really appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for having me.
Hey, man, look, you too cool for school, man. Look,
that boy is too cool right there. That boy is too cool.
I might not be sweating if I had that brim on, cuz I think I'm about to change my life.
Oh, man.
You make it look good, brother. You make it look good, man.
I appreciate it. It's part of me now. You know what I mean? I can't think of a place I haven't been with wearing this doggone hat. On some type of hat. I mean, I've been to Hawaii, New York, and this is me. You know what I mean? So and I'm proud of it. You know what I mean?
It's supposed to be, man. My pops is, we military, so in the military you always wear hats and stuff. My pops wear all kind of hats. He don't care, and he got him a couple brims like that too.
Really? He like them hats?
Yeah. Man, look, cowboy hats, cowboy boots. How many cowboy boots he got?
I don't know. Shit, maybe 12, 13 pair. Maybe, I don't know. I got a few of them.
My pops ain't getting on no horse, and he got about 8 pair.
Really?
He ain't getting on no horse. Yeah, he ain't getting on no horse.
Why you on the ride, man?
Oh, man, look, I don't know. You know what? I ain't gonna say you won't ride. Every time I say that man won't do something, he surprised the fuck out of me. I ain't gonna say that. I seen him jump on a crotch walker one time at 60 years old, so I ain't gonna put nothing past him.
That's all right. That's all right. He's supposed to be there. That's see. I guess when the time comes, we gonna get on.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. I guess if we open the opportunity to him, then that's what it'll be.
Exactly. Yeah,
he might not get on the horse, but he'll find a way to cook it. My father cook anything. My dad will cook anything. If you get to him, I bet you can't cook it. He'll cook anything.
I'm telling you. Man, so you are a modern day Renaissance man in that you have some fields of specialty that the average person, not black, not white, the average person don't have experience with. We're going to go back a little bit. I know we talked about it on the first show. Well, you know what? We getting out of order. First call. We got to do first call, man. So I don't know if you remember or not, but first call is just 10 quick questions. I got 5. My brother got 5. It ain't no right or wrong answer. It's just how you feel in the moment.
No, you're right.
How you feel in the moment.
I'm ready.
I want you to name your top 3 horse, because I know we talked about it last time, it's hundreds of different horses. So, what are
And
your
then
top
breeds,
3
right?
breeds of horses?
Okay, top 3. First and foremost, I'm gonna say the quarter horse. The American quarter horse, I think, is the most versatile horse there is. I don't know even what would be my second horse, second pick. Probably the Appaloosa.
Okay.
I like the Appaloosa. I love his spots. I mean, he got a good demeanor also. And I guess thirdly would probably be the paint.
All right. Love to paint it. That just is just beautiful when they clean. They look shiny like a brand new car.
Exactly. So in that order, that would probably be my picks as in the horse breed. And there's over 200 of them, but that would be my pick.
Yeah, see, y'all watching this, y'all didn't know it was that many different breeds of horses.
Yeah, horse. Mr. Ed Horse.
When you are around a new baby horse, what is it that you're looking for that's going to tell you the most about that baby?
Since I'm a quarter horse man, I look at a horse's head. If his head is appealing, normally he's pretty smart.
Okay. Okay.
That's the first thing I look. If he has a nice looking head, if his head is nice, now the big jaw, small nuzzle, little ditch in his nose or whatever, then I don't know. Between his head and his ears, a long ear sungun I don't really like. But like I said, I'm gonna look at a horse head, and secondly, its feet.
Okay. Hardest thing about maintaining your horses on a daily?
Maintaining maintenance. I guess keeping their feet healthy, you know.
Yeah.
A lot of times they're stall kept, you know what I mean? So you got to keep their bed pretty dry, you know what I mean? Keep from having abscess. So I would say it would probably be keeping their feet healthy.
Okay.
With proper shoeing and trimming and so forth.
Okay. ATVs, utility vehicles, or bass boats on the lake?
ATVs by a long shot. I don't mind a little fishing, but I would rather the ATV, I guess, because I prefer to go hunting and fishing. So I was the ATV.
So, final question: favorite thing to hunt?
Favorite thing to hunt? Probably squirrel. Squirrel and rabbit. Yeah, squirrel hunt. I usually do some squirrel hunting.
He got a picture. He got about 8 squirrels lined up. Now I'm telling him, you got a picture on your Facebook.
Yeah, that's the limit on the squirrels that you can actually kill in one hunt. You know what I mean? 8 is the limit. So unless 8 in a day, that's the limit. So I try to get that. And
you ever hunt them wild hogs? Or they too rambunctious?
No, I have. It's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Yeah. It's pretty fun. I'm not a pork eater, but I used to be, but I hadn't been in probably I've been about 8 or 9 years, I guess, since I've been stopped eating pork. Yeah, but growing up, we killed a hog once or twice a year. You know what I mean? And we had the butchery and a couple of hogs a year and a calf. You know what I mean? So I grew up in that kind of atmosphere.
Absolutely. My bonus question: what caliber does it take to take down a wild hog?
Man, that don't take much. You can shoot him with a 22.
Yeah.
You hit him in the head. Yeah, just hit him in
the head. You hit him in the head.
Yeah. You know, now body blow in the body, it probably wouldn't kill him. You know what I mean? But you shoot him in the head. You can shoot him in the head with a 22 and kill him.
Okay. Well, that was my 5+1.
All right, so Mr. Derrick Ri'chard, let's say you cooking. What's better, the coon or the squirrel?
I'm a squirrel man. It takes a special person to cook a coon, in my opinion. They get kind of greasy and mushy. So I mean, I'll eat a coon, but it has to be cooked to perfection. And you can kind of get away with this world, you know what I mean? If you know how to cook a little bit, yeah.
Like I said, boy, my dad cook up. I don't eat no coon, but he cook a coon. That thing look like chopped steak when he get done.
Beef stew, man.
Yeah, beef stew.
Yeah.
Let me see. Oh, I got a good one. That Crown in your cup or some good old country moonshine.
I like that moonshine. Hey, and it don't take much. It don't take much, and that joker get to you right quick. You know what I mean? So some good moonshine, you can't. Hey, and that's not something you can go buy to the store. So give me that moonshine. I mean, you know what I mean? Give me some of that.
I'm about to pour me a cup right now.
Hello.
Let's see. All right, what's your favorite? The brim, the hat, or the boots?
I imagine the hat. Ladybug. My battery getting low on my phone. Can you believe it?
Oh no, well take your time. We're gonna do it as long as we can. If you can plug it up, go on and plug it up.
Yeah. It's telling me battery low, but I still got about 15-20%, so I don't know how long that's gonna take.
Oh boy, look, this here platform will drag you down quick.
Yeah.
While he getting settled, man, what's going on in the chat? I see some people hollering out. So how y'all doing this evening? If y'all have any questions, man, Mr. Ri'chard is he's a horse trainer for working class horses. He's also been in the railroad industry as a conductor and an engineer. We're gonna get into all of that.
Yeah. What up, Diane? I see Diane in there. Dre was in here. Uncle Zed, Trail. Mr. BJ McKelvey, Crip. What up, Austin? My condolences to Austin. He lost some people in his family. I don't know if he's still here, but my condolences to him. And old Mr. G Stat, he one of our big supporters.
Yeah, man. I just can't. Well, look, this daggone t-shirt sticking to me like a scuba suit, boy.
I don't know if that's the sweat or it's just extra small.
Well, no, it ain't extra small. If it was extra small, I couldn't pick on it.
Yeah, you're right. I see that slack.
There you go.
I ain't worried about it. I see that slack, man.
All right. My final question, Mr. Derrick. What's your favorite type of knife?
Knife?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess I like a knife made with a Damascus steel. Boy. Yeah, but Damascus, I think that steel is the best they make.
All right. And my last one. You and your old lady, more fun going out to the club listening to music or to like a bonfire party listening to music?
I don't know. I mean, I guess it depends on the mood. We very versatile over here, man. I mean, we'll do the club thing and not too regular. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But we kind of like chameleons. You know what I mean? We ain't scared of them. We can go anywhere. You know what I mean? And still be us. I can't really say which one we prefer.
So you get your line dance on? Okay.
You get the boot scoop. So
ain't no doubt. We do the country clubs. We do the R&B clubs. I mean, and I'm still in my outfit like I am right now. I mean, so it where I'm at doesn't change me.
I know that's right.
You like listening to, Mr. Dad? You like listening to for music?
I like 90s, 80s and 90s country. I love my 80s and 90s rap and R&B. I mean, Mystical is one of my favorite rappers. If not, he is my favorite rapper. You know what I mean? So here I go. You know what I mean? So
that's all right. That is all right.
So yeah, I mean, I listen to it all and enjoy it. You know what I mean? So, I just don't like the country with a whole lot of fiddle in it, I guess. You know what I mean? So I mean that's why I say
that bluegrass.
I like the 90s country.
Yeah. So that bluegrass made me feel like somebody coming.
Right.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
You got a point. You got a point. I totally agree. I totally agree. I totally agree. Yeah, I done heard a couple country songs talking about it ain't a country unless it got a banjo in it, but you can leave that banjo out for me.
I know. I know that's right, man. How many more questions you got? I think you got
Oh,
three.
that was it. No,
Okay.
he don't answer all of them. He don't answer all of them.
Man, because I done gapped out
I'm trying to
already.
take
I
my
don't know
shot.
if it's the heat or the liquor. I done gapped out already.
Oh shit. That's why I say, man, I ain't got no mixer, so I take this shot of shine and chase it with some whiskey.
It's all right, Carolina.
So, how many generations of your family have been in the business of training horses and things like that?
I'm the I guess I'm the third, if I can say. Let me see, with my grandfather that I can remember. And my uncle that really taught me how to train, and like I said, I kind of took it from there. So it's mainly three, and my boy, he's following my lead pretty good. I think he's gonna be a hell of a horse trainer and ride out a hell of a roper horseman. I hope he be all of the above and a whole lot better than I am. You know what I mean? So that's my goal.
Was he always down, or is he just coming around?
He's always ridden. He's been riding, and like I said, I got 10 of them. But like I said, I want to have one that has the passion that I have. So,
So you got 10 kids?
Yes,
Boy,
6
you
boys
look
and 4
good.
girls.
Boy, you look good, boy. You look stress free.
That's them 10 kids.
Yeah.
He got that stress off him.
10 kids, 10 kids. Yeah. I ain't gonna say this stud and use the same math, but it's been 3 maths. But I mean,
yeah, but you studying for real. He out there with his 6 shooters for real.
I'm trying to show you. Ain't shooting no blanks.
Get some. Oh man, y'all wild.
That man ain't missed a target yet.
How many of the young ladies come out there and vibe with y'all with the horses?
Oh man, most of my clients are female. I mean, majority of them come. I guess some of the men a lot of times are a little too proud. You know what I mean? To try to learn or whatever. You know what I mean? And I have some, but majority of my clients are female.
I'm talking as far as in your family, your daughters.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, a couple of them, like I said, they'll bring their friends. You know what I mean? And we kind of have a little get together and they'll ride and stuff. You know what I mean? But yeah, my 2 oldest daughters, they're a set of twins.
Okay.
Yeah, they have a lot of friends. You know what I mean? They like to ride. You know, they'll come over occasionally and try to ride.
That's awesome, man. That's just an awesome thing to do in general, and then just for your family to be in it and embrace it, man. That's super dope, man.
So how often you wash your horses?
Oh, normally after every ride, you know what I mean? If you kind of get them kind of sweaty, you know what I mean? You try to wash them off, cool them off, and they kind of enjoy that. That's real cold, you know what I mean? I might set them up for a little spell, you know what I mean? And then we'll wash them maybe the next day or a few hours later. But normally after they ride, if they're out in the pasture, maybe once a week or so. But if they're stalling and being ridden, usually I wash them after you ride.
What you use to wash them? Dawn clean everything.
Well, I'm not really. I think it kind of strips them.
Okay.
Of the natural oil. So I'll rinse them until all the sweat come off them or whatever, and then I kind of squeeze them off. So I might put detergent on them maybe once a week or so, but I usually just rinse them off real well and kind of squeeze them. You know what I mean? I don't like to put all that detergent in them and strip their skin.
So what's the farthest somebody's ever come for your services?
That I know of, I guess California maybe, and I guess and that's visiting Houston, you know.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, California and Oklahoma, I imagine, Ohio. Ohio and California, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, so you well known then?
There's Virginia. I mean, yeah. So yeah, it come from good
See, I
way.
get around. People know me. Some people know me. That's all right. I be watching videos and I see these guys, taking care of horses and doing the horseshoes, and I don't even know the terminology for it, if there's a word for it. But how often are say again?
Farrier service. They call it a farrier. The one that shoes horses is called a farrier.
Okay, and you know how to do that yourself?
I do. A
How
lot of
often
times
are
I
you?
don't do it. I mean, I do a little trimming, a little shoeing here and there.
Okay.
Training and breeding and doing lessons, and a lot of times I'm too busy. So I got a friend of mine that he does it for a living. So I kind of support him, and you know what I mean, and have him come do it.
And how often does that have to happen, just to make sure that the horses stay healthy and even footed?
4 to 6 weeks.
Wow.
4 to 6 weeks. Yeah, and horseshoeing, the price of horseshoeing is going up so much. I say so much because I knew what it was, you know what I mean, back in the day, you know what I mean. It used to charge $25, $30 to trim a horse. Now it's about $75, and the shoe or something. Some of them are upwards $207, you know what I mean, just to put a set of shoes on it. And then you got to reset them in 4 to 6 weeks. So I mean, it can get it really expensive.
Hey, I only want to know, do horses ever fight?
What? Do they? Whew. Don't let a mare get in the mix. Do they fight? Man, fight till they kill one another. If the other stud can't get out the way, if one of them overpower the other, you know what I mean? I've seen them step on each other's neck and just pull hot chunks of meat out of someone. You know what I mean? Bite them and just pull chunks of meat out of them until you can see their doggone esophagus. You know what I mean? On stud horse, man, horses when they fight, it can be really bad.
So what you do to break it up?
Well, I mean, if you're brave enough, maybe you can go in there with a whip and kind of separate them. But
I'm about to say, I ain't in a hurry to break up no horse fight, cuz.
Man, like I said, I've had to on a couple of occasions, you know what I mean. But like I said, it's horses that I've owned and I kind of know, you know. But it's not something that the average horse person, you know what I mean, is probably capable of doing, you know, without possibly getting hurt themselves.
That's crazy. That is crazy. You talked about calf roping. Right. It's one thing to properly ride a horse. Mm-hmm. How do you train somebody to jump off a horse and onto another wild animal?
Yeah, that's something that it takes a lot of practice. It's not something that's going to happen overnight at all. You know what I mean? You take a novice person and have ridden a horse, it'll probably take them a year or two to actually gain the confidence to actually jump off a horse and do that. Well, first of all, he has to learn how to rope the calf. He has to learn how to rope before you even think about getting to the stage where you can step off and go to planking and then tying. You know what I mean? So it's a process, and like I said, it takes you got to have the mindset and the athleticism. You know what I mean, to actually do that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. It's not. The people that do it, man, they make it seem pretty easy, though. You know what I mean? Because they've been doing it for years, you know? So, you know, like, man, that's easy to do. But, no, it's a lot of mechanics and a lot of steps that's taking place that you can't even see, you know?
So, I want to ask you, because there's a clip. It's funny because I don't ride, but basically, this little boy riding a horse. He riding a horse, and the horse got a hand and just take off. So, he panicking. And the horse runs smack dab into the car. So what's the?
I think I've seen the clip you're talking about.
Yeah. So what do you do if you're in that situation? Like, what should the rider do? Is not panic? What should the rider do in that situation?
When something like that happens, I mean, if you a beginner rider, period, you're gonna panic.
Yeah.
But that being said, the safest place is on that horseback. Because eventually he's gonna stop. So if he's not running under a tree where he can clothesline, you know what I mean?
Right.
The safest place is actually on his back. Given that whatever situation, you know what I mean. So if you can stay on his back until he decides to stop, or you can get him stopped, that's the only thing I recommend.
What is that normally? Is that something like spooked by a snake or a rodent that'll make a horse just kind of
Well,
take
well,
off like that?
well, horses they're gonna do one of three things. They're gonna when they're starter, when they're afraid of something, they're gonna freeze, fight, or flight.
Mm,
That horse that chose the flight instinct that it had.
right.
So it tried to get away. Whatever spooked it or whatever was going on, it's trying to get away. So
Yeah.
until it gets to an area where it feels as though it's safe, it's gonna run.
Yeah, but you say some of the horses get to what, 20, 30 miles an hour? Boy, that,
Yes, that's
boy,
fact. That's fact.
I don't know, bro. I think I got to get off. In my head now that you tell me that, if a horse take off, I'm thinking I got to get off.
Well, you take that risk. You take that risk. You know what I mean? You take that risk. But like I said, I still believe if you stay on him, he's gonna eventually stop. But are you kind of tell him go or something? He's gonna get to a place where he's so safe, think he's safe. You know what I mean? So he ain't gonna
Or
run
you get
forever.
tired. You got to get
Or he
tired.
get tired. Right.
Yeah, you got to get. So with all these different breeds, man, we some big guys.
Right.
What is like? I'm 360, 370.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of horse am I riding if I'm a beginner?
Probably maybe a good sized Tennessee Walker whole year, especially beginner because they're not bronchi. A good sized Tennessee Walker, a Frisian, a Gypsy Banner, a Clydesdale that's trained. And you have some quarter horses that get up to 1,300 pounds that can hold you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
That's what I'm getting at. The internet is undefeated. I've seen some people like that's not the horse you're supposed to be on, player.
Their ass wider than the horse, huh?
Right. Like you asking this horse to knock your ass off. But I just want to know because that be my thing. At this size, I don't want to do nothing to harm the horse. You know what I'm saying? And I want to be as comfortable as possible.
Exactly. But I don't think this thing charges. It's in here, but I don't think it's. I don't know. I don't know. My percentage getting lower though. But it's charged. It is charged, and I don't know. But
we gonna go until you're not here no more. Like I said, we talked about the horse thing a lot on the first one. You are also a conductor and an engineer in railroading. Is that what you grew up to do, to go to school, or how did you end up in that field?
Man, it's by chance. Like I said, nothing happens by chance. It's all fate, I guess. I spent 11.5 years in the Air Force, right?
Okay.
So when the time I got out, they was offering me 35% retirement. So that's why I got out. I said I'm not gonna spend 20 years for no 35% retirement. So I got out. I said, as long as I got this and these hands right here, I can do anything, right? I ain't really concerned about it. I'm young, strong, smart, so I said I can do anything. So I got out. So 2 years after I got out, they increased the retirement back to 35% with 5% every year after 20. I said, man, maybe I should have stayed in. But like I said, everything happened for a reason though. But I was working at working for this contractor in Gramercy, Louisiana. And at this plant. And now I'm making pretty decent money, but it was temporary. So I was thinking about going to school to be an instrument tech. And I happened to talk to one of the guys that were working on instruments in the unit. And I said, no, I don't do this here. I'm an engineer. I'm a conductor for the railroad. I said, railroad? I said, man, I heard they do pretty good. He said, yeah, they do pretty good. I said, well, what you got to do to get out? He said, well, I don't know. You got any felonies? I said, no. I said, I just got out of the military. He said, oh man, they hire you right off, man. Just go to the library and apply and they'll hire you. I said, well, what you need any training? No, they're gonna train you and everything. I said, okay. So that's what I did. I mean, I went home, I went to the library, and like I said, it was almost 24 years ago. Went to the library, got on the computer, applied in 3 different places. I was in Louisiana, applied in Louisiana, I applied in 2 different places in Texas. The furthest place in Texas, they give me a call. I ain't never been on no railroad, didn't know nobody about no railroad, and that the number that dude that I talked to, right? So I went to the interview, and they said, well, when you go in, if you get to the interview anyway, just tell them the cuz sent you. I said, man, the cuz. He said, yeah, they may not know it, but tell them the cuz sent you. So, man, I need a charger, man.
That sounds like some real mafia shit there.
Man, I'm telling you, who is the cuz, right?
The cuz.
The cuz, yeah. So I'm weighing 200 miles from where I was in Louisiana to South Texas. And I passed there. It was about, I guess it was about 50 or 60 people for like 17 positions. And I happened to actually make it after they done they come in here, well, you ain't gonna have no life, you know what I mean? You're gonna miss your kids' graduation, the prom and all. But it keeps rotating, saying 10-9%, they keep going down.
Because you're on
line,
you're on.
But anyway, 9-10%. But anyway, anyway, I passed all the interview. We had a strength test your wrist strength, how many pounds you can pick up. You had to pick up a minimum of 60, 70 pounds at the time. Do so many sit-ups, so many push-ups. You took a mechanical aptitude test, and like I said, what they coming in, a few of them left before we even took the test and everything, because they started telling them about the lifestyle. So I disregarded that. I said, I'm just come out the military. They can't tell me nothing I can't handle. So I was just whatever. So anyway, I got in the interview, and I was talking to him. He said, well, you have any relatives working on railroad? I said, no, I don't have any. He said, how'd you? I said, a fella named the Cuz. He said, man, that man still out here. And these folks here all the way from Omaha.
Holy cow.
I said, that man still out here. I said, yeah, he's still out here. So he told me to talk. I mean, tell him if anybody asked who sent me, it was the Cuz. He said, how you doing? I didn't think he was still out here. Well, he's still working. I just talked to him before I got on this interview. But anyway, yeah, after the interview, they just asked me a few more questions. How would I handle this situation? How would I handle that situation? And I was candid with them. And they said, well, we don't contact you tomorrow around 12 p.m. or whatever, or 12 p.m. Then you can apply again in 6 months. So I said, okay, well, I'll be looking for your phone call.
I know that's right.
So I walked out, and lo and behold, I got hired, man. And I was one of those 17 people that they hired, and like I said, it's been history from there. You know what I mean? So I'm a first generation railroader, and I don't. Years ago, I would have encouraged my sons or daughters to join the railroad, but I wouldn't do it now because things have changed so dramatically, and it's changing constantly, and it's not for the better of us. You know, they're replacing us, period, the engineers, with remote control boxes.
Automation.
So yeah, I don't know.
So I like to break it down because I'll be honest, I don't know everything.
Right.
What is a conductor responsible for on a train?
Well, a conductor, mainly, like I said, he takes directives from the dispatcher. If we got a slow order on the train, just like when you ride on the road, you know, you have your red signals, your yellow signals, your green signals for you to go. You call out the signals. We got a slow order here. Okay, through this section of the track, you got to travel 30 miles an hour. Okay, you write that down. Okay, Derrick, you got it coming up. You got 30 miles an hour coming up. You know what I mean? Dispatcher might call you. You know what I mean? or we waiting on this train here before you can go past this signal. You know what I mean? The train comes in two, it breaks in two, then the conductor got to get off and go put it back together. You know what I mean? So that's his responsibility. You know what I'm
Wait a
saying?
minute, that shit just happened? Like the train just lose a
Yeah,
link?
a knuckle will break on it and it'll come apart, and they call it going emergency. And we'll have to stop the train. He had to walk back. We might have 107 cars. He had to walk back. It might be number 99, but they come apart from number 101. You know what I mean? So he got to go back there and fix the knuckle on it and hook it back up so we can continue going where we're going. So
Hell nah.
yeah.
In the middle of South Texas, you see I'm about to melt right now? Hell nah.
Exactly. And it could be in the middle of the woods. It could be anywhere. You know what I mean? Because we see deer hog on our route. You know what I mean? It could be anywhere. It could happen. You know. So, but the engineer, once he get on the engine, he just he blow the horn, he ride and wave at everybody. You know. But when it's raining outside, he looking like, oh, it's cold like that, bro.
So, how long did it take you in that career path to go from conductor to engineer?
4 years. 4 years. I was a conductor for 4 years, and like I said, I was up to get the promotion to go in engine service, and I took it. I took advantage of it because if you decide to go in engine service and you don't pass all the tests and prerequisites, then you can't go back to your conductor seniority. You know what I mean? You just add time. So I said, well, we're going to do it. If you can do it, I can do it. So
what's the longest train attachments you ever heard of? I know you said you might walk back 99 cars, but what's the longest?
Oh, what?
One
I
that's
don't know. I've actually worked on the longest train that they probably have on the railroad, and that's like right at 200 cars. Yeah. And that's like 2 miles of train.
Hell no.
How long does it take for that to stop? How long does it take for that to stop?
Well, it depends on how fast you're going. I mean, if you're only creeping, then it don't take that long. But if you got a whole lot of train and you're going 70, 80 miles an hour, it might take you 2 miles to stop. You know?
And was that regional? Was that California to Texas, or was that California to Virginia?
No, they usually don't have that length of train no more going that far. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You might have maybe 130, 140 maybe at the most. And then you have some engines in the front end, head end, and then you have some engines in the middle. Sometimes you have some engines on the rear. You know what I mean? And all of them talk to one another. You know what I mean? To keep your train moving when you got that kind of weight. So
is there an engineer in every one of those whenever you got a locomotive? I've seen them, one or two.
Only the head one.
Okay.
The head one control everything behind it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So I know you got to see some.
How much horsepower?
Oh man, 4,000 to 5,000 horses. 4,000 to 5,000 or better. Some of them 6,000 horses in each engine.
That's crazy. Those are just doing the math on that. It don't make sense.
Yeah,
you said 6,000 per engine.
Yes,
for how many engines?
Yes, and then you can have up to 8, but I mean, in a contest. But yeah, the biggest train is probably about, I don't know, maybe 20,000 tons. Now think of that. Put that in perspective. 20,000 tons, and it'll pull it like it ain't nothing.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
While you was doing that, what's the most beautiful part of the country you ever saw?
I don't know. I mean, I guess traveling from Houston to Louisiana, and that's the furthest I've been. I mean,
okay.
So I don't travel. I mean, I hadn't had the opportunity as an engineer. Now the conductors, they get what they call borrow out, where they can go different places to help other places that's kind of short on conductors, but they don't have that. We don't have that access. We don't.
Right.
As engineers, we can't do that. So
I can dig it. Like I said, I always wanted to take one of them train trips through, like Maine, Vermont, maybe, and get to see some of that country.
Right.
Definitely on the West Coast to go down the Pacific Highway. See some of that type of stuff.
Right. I'm on 4%, guys. So just giving you a warning.
So
So
Okay.
now you good. So when you hear about train derailments, I know they had one a couple months ago, about a month ago.
yeah, it's
Is that
terrible.
more? Yeah, is that more human error? Do they side with human error, or is it like the track, or is it?
It happens on all of them,
Okay.
It happens the human factor. Sometimes the track gives way.
Mm.
So it's it happens on both in both avenues, you know what I mean? So I mean you can have it says it is, but you can have a derailment, because of bad track wire gauge, or sometimes somebody might forget to line a switch a certain way. I'm still doing this. Oh, somebody cannot line a switch, or you can run through a switch and actually, when I say a switch, when you switch from one track to the next, that's a switch. So you can run through that switch because it's not lined for your route, and then you end up backing up and derail. And sometimes you can run over what they call a derail,
Mm.
which is put into place is if you pass a certain point and you're not authorized to be there. You know what I mean? So just protect the people that's in that track, maybe. You know what I mean? So it's a different situation where you can actually run a train off the track, so you have to be careful.
For
How many
sure.
bathrooms y'all got on there? How many bathrooms y'all
I'm
got on
sorry.
there? How many bathrooms y'all got on there?
Oh, it's only one.
One
So
bathroom?
y'all better not have to go at the same time. One bathroom, but it's kind of it's like your porta potties. You know what I mean? It's like a porta potty, but it's actually on the engine. You know what I mean? If you walk into I don't know what y'all got down there, what companies that might have porta potties or whatever, but it's similar to that, but it's actually in the engine. It's similar to a porta potty.
So if you let's say you gotta walk the 99 car, but you gotta use the bathroom, you gotta get all the way back to the engine.
Yeah, unless you don't mind using some rocks or some debris.
So you got number one, number two.
Exactly.
Oh man.
You gotta try to make it back.
Yeah, man, that's I mean, and I can see like that being definitely more of a single man's life. You know what I'm saying? Like how
Yeah.
often are you running as an engineer? You on every day? You got the same route? Like what's that situation like?
It's different. Depends on the area that you're in. Some of them work on call. It depends on your seniority. Some of them can't hold regular jobs because they hadn't been out there a number of years to do it. But
Right.
Like I said, since I've been out there as long as I have, like I said, I can actually hold a job that has certain off days and certain times that they go to work. You know what I mean? So I know when I'm going to work, I ain't got to answer the call on phone to see if they calling me to go be this place or that place. So it depends on your seniority and actually where you're working at, where you have to go whenever you do go to work. You know what I mean? So what kind of schedule do you have?
Absolutely.
Man.
Man, look, like I said, extraordinary people, man. That's a hell of a life, man. You got 10 kids. You served 11 years in the Air Force. You've been a conductor, engineer, and a horse trainer.
Yeah.
And that's like 10 lives.
You sound
And
like
you
some of
still
my
look good doing
friends.
it.
Oh man, I appreciate you. I'm only 55, but like I said, I don't know how old I'm supposed to be, but
Man,
You're
I
supposed to
seen
be
a little young
105.
dude. I'm about to say I seen a little
uh-huh.
young dude at the gas station look 55. Shit. It's a hard knock life for some people.
It is. Like I said, the path my life has taken me, I'm not gonna complain at all because I don't think nothing by chance, and it's all about the faith, and when you put works with faith, there's unlimited possibilities.
And you said that. You said that.
So are you ever gonna go back to Louisiana, or you just gonna Texas just where you gonna be forever?
Man, I haven't decided yet. Me and my wife been talking about that here and there, so I really haven't decided yet. But in Texas, there's more opportunity. Um, People have a little bit more access to capital here compared to Louisiana. Like I said, but it might be a good retirement spot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I, we haven't decided yet, but we've been here for quite some time. So, like I said, my mom been here since I was a kid. So, like I said, by me being raised by my grandparents and coming up here every summer to visit her. Um, I like Texas. Like I said, I think it's a good place to live and raise a family. You know what I mean? Hopefully it stays like this. But uh, I, I, I don't see myself really right now leaving Texas. But you never know what the future gonna hold.
I mean, besides the fact that the politics in Louisiana
So what do you think? What do you
is
think about your
20
kids?
years behind, I would stay in Texas.
Yeah, 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 yeah. That's why we moved. Like I said, to raise our
So
kids, better schools, better opportunity. You know? Yeah, it
that's what I
is.
was
It
going to
is.
ask you about. Oh, I must got a lag on my end. That's why it sounded like that. Nah, but I was going to ask you about the opportunities for your kids compared to Louisiana and
Mhm.
Texas, and as far as like society there, the community in Louisiana and community in Texas. Do the community in Texas promote them doing well more so than Louisiana?
Oh, there's no doubt. In my personal opinion, like I said, I'm from Louisiana. I'm not gonna say nothing real bad about Louisiana. I just my preference is here because of my experience. You know, uh, like I said, that the opportunity and I mean it's endless for the kids here. You know what I mean? It's endless. You know, so if you got any kind of wit about you, any kind of dream that you want to pursue. I mean, the opportunity, the resources are here. Period. You know what I mean? Not only a knock to Louisiana, but any other state. You know what I mean? There's no state taxes here. You know what I mean? It's very easily. You know what I mean? And the amount of home or land and you can get for the dollar. I mean, it's you can't beat it. You know what I mean? So I Texas is growing, man, at an unbelievable rate of speed right now as far as population going. You know what I mean? They
Right.
talking about passing the audience now with a 5,000 square foot lot. You know what I mean? You can purchase it, and normally you can only put maybe a two, maybe townhouse. Now you can actually they're trying to pass where you can put four on there. You know what I mean? So it's crazy, you know. So I mean, but I don't like it right where I'm at now, right. So I'm on right at almost 9 acres, and the communities and the housing developments are coming all around me right now, man. I mean, it's crazy out, and I moved out here with nothing. You know what I mean? Now we got a Starbucks.
Yeah, I know that seemed crazy. I know that seemed crazy.
You know what I mean? So it's growing unbelievably
And
fast,
this
man.
is
And
this
I
is
ain't
near
ready for it.
Houston.
Yes, yeah, right south of Houston. Yes, sir. Yeah.
Mm. Well, look, we ain't gonna wait for the phone to just go black on you, man. If you want to
It's all
sign off
good.
and get your charge on, uh, this has been super dope, man. Like you, one of my favorite
Yeah,
people that we get a chance to talk to.
Man, I appreciate y'all guys for having me. I can't say that enough. And like, just keep doing what y'all doing, man. Like I said, ain't number blessings gonna come your way. So just keep the faith and keep the work. That's all I can say.
Hey, man, look, much love and appreciation to you for that, man. We
Ain't no
thank you.
doubt. Ain't no doubt. Man, y'all have a good one. Like I said, thanks again. Like I said, we'll keep in touch.
You know it. You know it.
all right,
All right. Take care.
all right. You take care too.
Yeah, man. So that was Mr. Derrick Ri'chard. If y'all just now popping in, man, Renaissance man, like for real, for real. You don't know nobody that's a cowboy, train conductor, engineer, Air Force veteran. You know what I'm talking about? So we got about 10 minutes left together. If you're
Yeah,
still in here, you can jump on, Stack, if you still in here, you can jump on. I can't even think because the liquor got me messed up. I ain't never stopped sweating. It's been a long week.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week. Shit, they talking about storms coming back and the heat coming back next week. They talking about shit 99, 100 plus thunderstorms. So it's gonna be crazy next week.
Yeah, that ain't no bullshit. Cause it can't be raining and 100. Cause you'll stop breathing. I'll stop breathing.
Yeah, I got to go to work today, bro. As soon as I walked out the house, bro, that shit hit my nose, bro. Like all that humidity in the air, like that shit crazy.
Hell yeah, my big ass nose, that motherfucker deflated.
Man, I was watching. You watched the 85 South today, the one they posted. I think it's an old one from what they talked about, but then just like what they posted today. Man, Carl's a trip though. Carl's a trip.
I ain't watching it. What are you talking about?
I ain't get that far, but he called. Somebody supposed to go get his food. He called that man Little Hand. I mean, he can't fire him because he got a disability or something like that. Man, that shit funny as hell.
Yeah,
man. For that one, man. He retarded for that one.
Absolutely, man. But look, ain't nobody tapping yet. I ain't gonna lie. I'm about to tap out. Again, we thank y'all always for coming in and fucking with us, man, and checking out the guests that we got. I can't thank Mr. Derrick Ri'chard. I just like saying his name. He looked like what he sound like.
Yeah, but you saying it wrong, though.
Say again?
You saying it wrong, though.
Okay, well, say it right. My bad.
I can't. I know he can say it, but you saying Ri'chard. I don't think it's Ri'chard.
Is it Ri'chard?
No, it's Rashad, but you got to put that.
Oh, man, we talking about syllables.
That shit make a difference.
Nah, I'm sorry. If I've been saying it wrong, I'm sorry, too, because that's not cool. Don't fuck up nobody's name.
Nah,
but go ahead and talk to the people.
Nah, I'm about to say it's like the hardest word to pronounce. It ain't Ri'chard.
It ain't bullshit.
Yeah, it ain't Ri'chard. But nah, I appreciate y'all people coming in and chopping up with us. I just sent to my brother. Yesterday, I found out we got nominated for another podcast award in nomination for one right here in Columbus, South Carolina. So I appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate all the love we get, all the support we get. We're gonna continue to provide something, and I'm gonna say something like, because when it comes down to it, it comes down to content, not the content. It comes down to the message that come across. Like I said, we ain't got all the bells and whistles that everybody else got, but we have fun. But we do put some valuable information into every show. So we appreciate y'all watching. Keep vibing with us, keep rocking with us. Networking Superpower.
Absolutely, man. Look, I ain't even gonna lie, cuz we was talking to him and my battery about to die. So if my shit blank out, you go ahead and close us out, man. But this is the Bottom of the Bottle Show. I'm Jay Walker III. That's Carolina Dirt 803. Hey, man, for real, love the ones who love you back. If you ain't make that call in a while, we talked about it on my cousin podcast yesterday. Do that, man. Somebody might need you to save their life. And on that, hey, until the next time, everybody be easy. We gone.